Let me see where my people is at. Let me see where my people at. Hello, y'all. Hello. Who's in here? Who's in the room? Check in, check in. Yo, you know what I totally forgot to realize is that some people are watching on TV, so they're not typing. I'm always wondering, like, are people shy, X, Y, and Z? Some people ain't on their computer like I always am. Checking in, y'all. Hello, welcome to another evening. This is a dissection show. I am JustLatasha. Welcome to my channel. Do not go any further without subscribing, y'all. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button on this video, and let YouTube know you love it. And of course, hit the notification bell so you guys know when I make new content. I'm here every Monday evening, 6 p.m. EST. And if you guys want more shows, I do go live twice a month over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustLatasha. Baby, that Juneteenth weekend was too up, okay? That Juneteenth weekend was too up. We was outside, and you know what? I gave y'all a black ass show the morning of Juneteenth. Shout out to my friend Uchechi. So many of you know her from the Grapevine TV. Shout out to all of my Grapevine TV family who helped me dissect Dream Girls. Boy, will make you happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When Beyonce got to rolling that neck, diva, okay? Beyonce got to rolling that Diana Ross neck. I said yes. So Uchechi joined me and helped me to dissect Dream Girls, which she knows inside out, back ways, front ways, eyes closed, hands tied behind her back, and we killed it. Okay, you guys only get that show if you're a patron, patreon.com/JustLatasha. I also do videos here, piece of script series, tiny bite-sized dissections every Thursday. So it's some cute content. It's some cute content. Now, the internet does ask that creators like me make more quicker, but I'd rather quality over quantity. I care about what I do. I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I'm knowledgeable about what I do. And I don't want to rush and give half-assed work just to make the algorithm do something else. Look, it may work against my favor, but the people that are here, I appreciate so much. We are Black. We are incredible. We be having fun. We be using our minds. What else could I ask for? Let's see what we got in the room. Brothers 85, what up with you? Shout out to you for being the first comment. I hope I'm saying this right. Omu. Womu. Me a Yankee gal, me so sorry. Like, do you see how bad that was? It went a little Irish at the end. I don't know what happens there. Hi, Amira. What's up, Trini boy? Always holding it down. Trini. Shell's Bus. Hi, how are you? Welcome, guys. So I didn't see many people discussing this one. I didn't see many people reviewing it. And I was going to be one of those people, but you know, after we finish Pose, and because it's Juneteenth, and because it's Pride Month, and because I actually really enjoyed this, I feel like the crowd is sort of doing a Harper and Lena Waithe thing as they've been doing since they seen Queen and Slim. You don't gotta like stuff, that's okay. But I think there's some stuff that she got her hands on that is really good. And these are definitely one of those pieces. I really enjoyed this season. It also feels like people don't even know that this is out. Like, people don't even know that this is a thing. Season 3, Master of None. Aziz's very quiet return back into TV and film because it got real funky a few years ago. I'm still mad about it. But that's male entitlement, which causes harm for many women across the globe. So he's quietly making a return, as they do. But Lena Waithe really got the reins on this one. Really does have the reins, and told a beautiful Black queer love story in these very grounded episodes. So I'm excited to do this with y'all. Okay, Leslie saw it, says they enjoyed this season. Great. So we are here for a tight 30. If you are a patron, we still keep our hour-long shows, so don't miss those. But let's dive in, y'all. I just want to see who's gonna be in the room, who wanna break it down with your girl. And let's do it, okay? Master of None, Season 3, Episode 1, titled Moments in Love. Chapter 1, starring Lena Waithe and Naomi Aki. It's beautiful. Hey, Momi, welcome to the room. What I really enjoyed about this is the mixture of mediums. The way it was shot was different. The way the visuals were supposed to feel was very different. And the story against the visuals are in constant, this perfectly intertwined yin and yang, this conversation of push and pull. And we're really going to see that dichotomy during this dissection because it was beautiful. The film texture, the 4:3 aspect ratio, the cinematographer himself said he wanted to shoot this more like if it were a picture and not a film. This cabin life, the opera that comes in at the end, like wow, like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. And I love how slow it is. Now I get bored easily. So you really got to pull me with something emotional to keep me stuck in a long sequence with you. And this show did that and more. So this really makes us encouraged to dive deep into the emotions of the characters. And that's definitely what we'll do because Lena Waithe loves her some character work, okay? And she showed off. Let's do it. So I want to take a look at some of the visuals from the opening sequences, okay? Because the visuals are having so much conversations with us before we even hear these women speak, all right? And really what's happening is an illusion. It's an illusion of peace. So we watch this couple sleeping, dancing, chatting, connecting, loving each other, and having these completely beautiful, easeful, grounded moments, right? And there are so many moments that we catch them and they're moving completely in sync with each other. It's gorgeous. And of course, we're starting off with the fall season. So unfortunately, even though they are in sync and they look this beautiful, this season is kind of cluing us into something ending. Because fall doesn't bring renewal, fall does not bring rebirth, it brings endings. So how ironic, right? This opening shot when we watched them in the bed together in that red framed window right above them. A little bit of danger, y'all. A little bit of red zone, a little bit of cautious, right? Something might hurt a little up ahead. And I thought it was so funny. The first sound we hear is an alarm going off, but an alarm could be a song. It could be one of those horns. It could be one of those drills that Apple got, right? This alarm was very different and I paid attention to it because it was so strange. It felt like a ticking bomb. I also noticed the time that they woke up was 6:30 a.m. And if you are into numerology, which I believe a lot of TV and film is, 6 + 3 = 9. 9 represents the end of a cycle. So all of this, before we even speak to them, was wild, right? The yellow and this beautiful, joyful color, this beautiful green grass, open field. This is supposed to feel new. This is supposed to feel innocent and fun. And it's also very heavy at the same time. So we get to know Lena Waithe, who plays Denise, who we've already met in the iconic Emmy-winning Thanksgiving episode, Master of None. And we meet Alice, played by Naomi. So in this sequence, Alice fixes Denise's shoes, which are in her way, begins her day, and Denise stays in bed. Now, this is the theme. One is going, one is staying. That's what we're going to be discussing tonight. And Alice, as a character, has these very clear, organized visions for what she's going to be doing in her life and in her day. And Denise, aka her shoes, are in her way. Really, if you really want to think about it like that. So from the color, it seems that Alice also seems to be a bit darker and heavier than Denise, right? It might be something kind of weighing on her, maybe, against these beautiful, joyful colors and spaces. We also see like this sequence that keeps reoccurring in this episode where Denise is smoking weed, but Alice is like active, right? Because we have Denise turning things off versus her partner who's turning things up and on. Denise, very indecisive, very evasive, not quite making a decision or showing up, even down to something as, what did you have for breakfast? I don't even know. I don't even know. You don't know? Alice, ask her anything, aliens, universe, she knows exactly what's going on, right? Her mind is on. But I have something about Alice. What I noticed and what it felt like to me, that she was imposing herself on some intimate spaces of Denise's, right? She doesn't let Denise sleep. She doesn't let Denise, they just brush, like you're brushing your teeth. That's kind of a private moment. And she's kind of coming in the room and being there. And then Denise has this therapy session and she walks in. That's really invasive. Great girl, great partner, seems. She's invasive. So y'all are telling us these women are cool together. They make a great couple. But if you really take time and look at what they're doing, they don't really seem compatible. They seem nice. They don't really seem compatible. That's where a lot of us get it messed up, okay? Look at the colors when Denise is sitting here in her therapy session, how her colors kind of match the couch, which match the home, and she disappears into the background. Versus Alice, who's wearing like this yellow and this red and this print, and she's bold and loud, and then sits down and takes over Denise's therapy session and starts speaking instead. First of all, why would the therapist do that? That's wrong. Like that was weird, that was wrong, right? And how this couple handles their issues is through avoidance. They will get to peace and happiness through avoidance. Look, we agree to disagree. Don't touch my stuff. I won't touch your stuff. We don't talk about that. We won't talk about that. And let's go. Oh no. Oh no, baby. What is you doing, baby? Momi says, I have a short attention span, so I had to watch it in increments. Overall, I enjoyed it, especially Alicia's portion of the story. Oh, was that a therapy session? I thought it was an interview. Was it an interview? I thought it was therapy the way that girl was coming in and she wouldn't answer no damn questions. Okay, I'll take it. I feel like it both works. I feel like that actually makes sense too, because she is a superstar. And so the questioning does make sense as well. Yes. But then we meet somebody. And something really interesting happens here, right? Alice and Denise are joined by Denise's old friend, Dev, Master of None, season 1, as he's trying to come back in on the low-key tip, right? And at first they're exchanging pleasantries. So you have that first wide shot, everyone under the light, this couple sitting in between Alice and Denise, and everything's really fine. And then it's not. The couple starts arguing and it really takes this emotionally heavy turn, and it makes this whole dinner very awkward because this couple should have broken up a long time ago, but they fear having to be something new to someone new. So we might as well just stay here in hell. Should you? And after this couple makes everything really dark and heavy and weird and awkward, the shot switches to the second one I have here on the bottom right, where Alice disappears in the light. She becomes a shadow. Denise stays in the light. So I wondered if Alice at some point, because this couple with Dev and his girlfriend, they're dressed in dark and black and gray. And so when you have Alice shadowed, I wonder if she sees herself aligned with them somewhere. Does she wish she was as brave enough as they are to argue? But the girlfriends are also matching. They're in this brown gold color that matches the home, right? But they have in between them this arguing heavy couple who isn't afraid to be ugly. So that reminds me of that alarm clock. Is a ticking bomb about to go off for these women? What are the ugly things that Alice and Denise wish they could say to each other but are too afraid to? So I have a theory on Denise as well. Now, she and Dev were best friends, but because she became such a superstar, she's writing, she's in Hollywood, she's got all these great things going on for her, her and Dev's friendship fell off. So I think it's easy to say that she's emotionally avoidant. She just won't pick up the slack. She's not responsible, X, Y, and Z. But I'm thinking about a woman at the top of her career that's very demanding. She gives her all to her work. It takes up a lot of her time, a lot of her brain power, a lot of her energy. So I can imagine someone who by the time they get home, you got to turn all that off. And this home is perfect for that, right? This excluded outskirt farmland, peace and quiet. I can imagine a woman like that having nothing left after a job like that. And that would affect her relationship. She has nothing left to give to her girlfriend. She has nothing left to give to her best friend, Dev. She is highly focused on like maximum relaxation and slowing down. Hence that weed. So I wanted to take a look at something else. Because right here is the midpoint of this episode where there's a huge shift for this couple that seemed to be perfect, right? This couple put fear into Denise and Alice, even though they're trying to deny it, who by no means want to end up as miserable as these other guys, right? So I thought of something. They're on a farm. We're going to be seeing a ton of animals. And in the beginning, when they appear to be perfect, Denise is feeding these chickens and they all have these wonderful Black R&B icon names, right? That lets us know that these are hens. These are birthing animals. And a hen in film symbolizes maternal love. But after we meet this couple and they put the fear in us and Denise and Alice, and their relationship faces this, are we good? Can we end up like that? We see a moth. Right before we get into this shot where they actually discuss that fear a little bit. What happened with that couple? That was weird. We see a moth. And in many cultures, moths symbolize an omen of death. So in the beginning, we have this birthing maternal animal versus where we are right in the middle of this episode facing death. Even the way they're stationed, how the director stationed them as actors, how they're facing different directions. I was like, oh, we got a problem here, but they hugging and they're comforting each other and they're speaking and they're being nice. Death. Mara Cherie says, this was my first time watching this show. This episode was a whole film in itself. Absolutely. It was beautiful. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. You know what's so funny? They did illusion here really great. Because even though they love each other and they're in sync, and it seems like that because they're always facing each other and speaking to each other, low key, they were always going in different directions. But this moment is definitely where that shift happens. So I thought that was really cool. More parallels. In the beginning, they were smoking and reading right next to each other in bed. This is how I slow down. This is how I keep up. But then after that couple visits, look how far apart they become in the home. I'm gonna smoke all the way over here and she gonna read all the way back here. Even this home is sort of like this invisible character for this relationship, right? Because it feels like it should be open and homey and safe, but it has so many blockages, all these columns, all these gates and half walls and these thin spaces you have to keep kind of curving around, all these blockages in this beautiful home. So what a bad time to have this conversation. What a bad time to have this conversation. Alice introduces the conversation they agreed to wait a year to have. Let's have that baby. Feels like a bomb went off. Here's the thing. It's really only been 10 months. So again, playing into that character, Alice is moving fast while Denise is like, hold up. We ain't make that year yet. Let's slow down. And really, Denise already has a child. She has a career. She got to go to work and this thing is taking her everything. And it came suddenly and she has to take care of this thing, right? And as they're unconsciously drifting apart, Alice introduces an item to the relationship that requires the utmost togetherness. Parenting? Baby, this is doomed. This is doomed. And as soon as Alice says that, Denise gets up and leaves. She's out of the frame. Alice is alone. And out of frame, Denise, body language, energy, it's like, nah. It's like, no, but she's passive. And they agreed as a couple to keep the peace, let's avoid. And that's the exact technique Denise uses here, right? All right, maybe, okay, let's do it. That's going to do way more harm in the long run. That passive, okay, let's keep the peace, that's going to do way more harm in the long run. We know it. I couldn't help but notice the lighting as well. Right above Alice is this beautiful white light, but right above Denise, once that baby talked, look at that red bulb hanging right over her. She was like, but yeah, but okay. Momi says, woo, Latasha, the way you dissected Denise, I realized I'm like her. I also need the space to wind down when I get home because of this hectic work that I do. She got to slow all the way down. Hey, Janelle, who says a baby won't make them stay. And so many women try it. I don't know if he cheating. I don't know if they cheating. I don't know if I could trust them. I want to pull them closer. I want them to love me the way that I love them. I don't want to be with nobody else. Let's have a child. Let's have a what, girl? What? So we meet our donors. Shout out to light skin Darius with the weird hair and the bad asthma. And essentially this couple, if you look at what they're wearing, they embody this window from the opening shot. They have encompassed this wound on themselves, right? And this should be a really happy moment. We're having a baby together because I love you so much and I want to do this with you. But this feels dark and cold and distant, and this wide keeps him so far away from us. We can't emotionally connect. And this is such an oxymoron to what we should be feeling. So Alice got to check in one more time. Are you sure? I'm asking you, are you sure you want to do this? You're good? You're in? And we see Alice in front of this mirror. Now she got to double check, right? Because she knows what she wants to do, but she got a hunch that her partner, her girlfriend, her love, Denise, is dragging her feet on this. But Denise is passive. And she handles conflict by avoidance. Yes, I'm on board, babe. I got you. And agrees. Look at them facing different directions. Look at them. Even in that next shot where they're lollygagging and being cute and cracking jokes and laughing in this open, beautiful field, they're wearing these red hats, both of them. Got these red hats on, AKA, where are the wounds? Denise don't want this baby. And Alice does not trust that Denise wants this baby. When they're moving forward, when they're having the donor provide the donation, the colors essentially switch from that interview segment, right? Where Denise was matching the home and Alice was loud because something was unsaid. And now they're doing Alice's plan. So she matches the home, but Denise got something to say, but she ain't saying it. So she's loud and sticking out in this room like a sore thumb. Look how alone she is. Her partner is there literally inseminating her, helping her to go through this process. And look how alone she is, how Denise leaves her again. Look at the color of this window, this heaviness, this darkness, this blue, this sadness, this coldness. At Alice's wish fulfillment. She's getting what she wants. This is supposed to make her happy, but look how everything feels around it. Are we happy? Are we happy? And at this moment in the episode, this beautiful opera plays for so long over this montage of the pregnancy confirmation and the times leading up to her carrying this, right? Reminder, this is fall season now entering winter where things have fallen away. The land is barren and fruit cannot be bare, right? During a pregnancy, you cannot bear fruit on this land. Look at the red. Ugh, it's heavy. Mara said, red flag is heavy. Here's where they really tripped me up, because in this montage, I noticed this. Something went terribly wrong, and Alice could not hold the child in her body and suffered from a miscarriage. And as we see this breakdown, I couldn't help to notice this stark color that one of them had been wearing for the past few shots in the montage. When this hospital delivers the news that Alice miscarried, her partner, her girlfriend, her love had been wearing that same blue. She's been blue. So by the time they get to this moment of the miscarriage, it's sort of like Denise was wearing that or wishing for that or something, but she ended up matching the color of this news before we even met it. That's slick. Mr. Director, that's slick. Wow. So then that brings me to this last shot. Because we ain't seen yellow in a while. But who has it on? Alice, of course, devastated. She lost her first pregnancy, something that she really, really, really wanted. And she's covered in this red and this blue. But Denise, light, joyful, yellow, bit of blue. Like, I'm sad, but those final lines put a wrench in my heart, y'all. Why aren't you crying? Just admit it. You're happy I'm not pregnant anymore. I've been dragging you along and trying to convince myself that you wanted it just as much as I did. I don't want to have a baby. You don't want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I just don't know if it should be with you. Whew. And as you go through the series, you see Alice, this character pretty much takes over, and we go through this entire process with her. And it is emotionally stunning. It is visually beautiful. And to see a Black queer person carrying this sort of content, carrying this storyline with this talent, with this subtleness, with this vulnerability, with this grace. And I love where they end up in the finale. More things are uncovered as to the problems this couple had, why everything was so heavy. This was just the tip of the iceberg, apparently. So if you guys want to watch Master of None season 3, I suggest it. It's very slow. It's very grounded, but character work. You're spending this time with humans. And I think it's a beautiful piece of work. So that was a lot, but I really, really enjoyed that. I thank you guys for being here. I'm here every Monday evening, 6 p.m. EST for a live dissection show. I am also here every Thursday for Piece of Script series for a little bite-sized dissection at any one of my favorite TV films or movies. Put that in the order, whichever way it works. But do not get out of here without subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up. And of course, Hit the notification bell, y'all. Let YouTube remind you of when I'm going live and what I'm doing. Keep up with the good stuff. I'm also on social media, JustLatasha on Instagram, JustLatasha404 on Twitter. If you guys want extra shows, I go live twice a month over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustLatasha. Not yesterday, but Juneteenth Saturday, I dissected Dream Girls with none other than Uchechi, my friend. You guys know her from the Grapevine TV. So you guys have missed an incredible show. And of course, my lovely singing. If you guys weren't on Patreon, so make sure you make that adjustment. Thumbs up this video, thumbs up this video. What's up, Shells, who says, went through something similar, was doing couples therapy, and we were planning to have a child, but I said I didn't really want to marry or have a child. Therapist said, then why y'all together? QTNA, questions that need answers and quickly. Wow. But you know what? I'm glad something interrupted you. I am so glad something interrupted you. And it's hard for women to make that decision because we are groomed to become mothers and to get married. It's not in everybody's cards. And it ain't nothing to feel bad about. I'm so happy something didn't let you do it. Janelle says it was really beautiful. Mara says I miss our Mondays. I know, yo, COVID got to give us some TV. We are starving. We are hungry. I am starving. But when these shows roll back out, Insecure season 5, you guys know where I'm at with it. Euphoria is coming back. You guys know we'll be right here. So patience. That was Dream Girls. All right. I'll see you guys on Thursday with Piece of Script. Have a great evening. Love ya.